Alright, and we are back for Game 2 of Fnatic versus Clutch Gamers. That was an interesting Game 1. This is the ESL One Hamburg Qualifier Semifinals. My name is Hades, and with me, PQMZ. Hello PQ, are you ready for Game 2?
I am, and it looks like Clutch is making a slight adjustment, banning out the puck. Still giving Fnatic their Lich, which is why they chose first pick in the second game as well. After having it in the first, they really want this hero for whatever reason. Not sure why. No one ever picks it ever.
You mean which hero?
Lich.
Lich?
No one ever picks it.
It's
it's
okay. It's that hero, isn't it? Like you pick it. You eat creeps. You get easy levels. You throw a Frost Blast out. You hope your Chain Frost kills multiple heroes with dumb positioning, and you climb MMR. It's that hero, dude. I mean, I'm on your side for this, but for entertainment value, I'm gonna go against you for this time. Just this time.
I like the clock as well.
You like the... Okay, sorry, I heard that a bit wrong. I swear I had a bit of static and I heard that as without the L, but okay. I mean...
Whatever your Saturday nights are for, dude, that's up to you, okay?
There was static! I swear I heard that wrong.
Whatever you say, dude, you hear what you want to hear, okay?
Kappa Pride. Do it, chat.
But
spam it for me.
I think when you pick Lich, you need a hero that can supplement the weaknesses, which is generally lack of control and lack of roaming. Clock does both of those very well. Also very good at like man fighting a Nyx early, getting in Benno's face in the lane. Doubles as an offlaner as a support, so the draft isn't 100% readable.
I feel a bit weird about the Clockwork pick though. Like, if you pick it up really early as a 4, I'm not sure how that works out. I don't think this is going into the offlane for Ohio. I feel like it's going to be more of a teamfight initiation hero. But seeing DJ and the Clockwork, I don't know. I always feel like with the Clock as a 4, you want to make sure that you're getting these early ganks. If you don't succeed in the ganks, this hero is horrible to play from behind. And it's not like a Blink Dagger is ever going to get you anything good. But I guess the good thing about this is, the hookshot cogs, you just want to like isolate one hero and you're pretty much done your job. But I mean, Clutch Gamers, you give them Nyx Assassin first, that's always going to be a great pick. It's just good. It's versatile as a 4, as a 3. Veno, however, filthy hero. You max your Gale and your Poison Sting, press Q, hero falls to half HP. I don't know, is this...
Press it again, they're dead.
Just wait for it, dude. They're gonna pick Necrofrost, and next thing you know, Clutch Gamers have the ultimate cancer build. Necro, Nyx, and Veno in the same draft. And Fnatic, they'll be like, alright, instant GG. Even the almighty Eternal Envy will not be able to draft against that, right?
I don't know if they're good together, that's the thing. Like, they just lack kind of physical damage if you do that. I think you want one or the other, and I think in this case Veno is correct, because if you want to run the Nyx as a support, Veno is a hero that the Nyx can play around and gank and not have to babysit the entire time, whereas Necro is a lot more susceptible in the early levels. Like, he can't really fight back. And this is more of a annoying hero to play against when there's a Veno on the other team, Like, so much magic damage.
It's already annoying.
It creates a lot of problems in the lanes. It's not a good hero against Clock in terms of being able to keep him away from your lane. Like, if you ever get caught as an AA, have fun with that.
And also, Ice Vortex, I feel like we never really touched on the synergy of just...
It's a great spell.
It's great. It's really amazing, and not to mention as well, people always think about Poison Nova, Ice Blast, ooh, easy wombo combo, and then they never seem to ever add, like, even other casters, I realized they never mention like the synergy with Ice Vortex and with the Poison Nova. Like, that alone is a super killer combo, because
kind of implied though, right? Everyone knows what AA does, right?
You'd be surprised. Like, I have only ever seen, I think some people would have only picked AA just specifically for the Ice Blast or Chilling Touch.
That's how it used to be, like a lot of patches ago, when everyone went Midas, the hero sat in a lane and pushed it out and no one ever killed it, and then you just throw Ice Blast from halfway across the map. now I think the hero has to be played in a role where you move with your team, you go for short range ice blasts on locked down heroes. The global potential is nice, obviously, but as you progress into the game, you want things like Atos, yours, ways to proc your Q, which is a really good spell. Nyx has a lot of stun duration, so it's pretty easy to proc it. Veno in the early game, with 1 or 2 body blocks, allows you to proc it. Centaur is a very good hero so far, though. It's not something you see a lot. Works very well with Lich. Kind of something I've seen Ohio play multiple times, which might just be one of his favorite heroes. But so far, Nyx has a very hard time hitting stuns on stampeding heroes, unless he blinks in and carapaces so. And same with Veno, same with AA. So they have some disengage, they have some initiation, they have some pretty strong lane options. And the Void is their answer to the potential Kite. Probably an offlane Void. Should be a pretty easy lane for him. Some one-on-one matchup.
I think it's okay. Like, I think this is the hero where Clutch Gamers, they're playing a lot to ultimates right now because they have Chrono, Ice Blast, Poison Nova all at one shot. And AA, I like the flexibility where you can, this hero synergizes well with both the Veno and the Faceless Void. You know, Chilling Touch for the Faceless Void, so you're kind of buffing him up again. And oh, this time we're gonna see the Excalibur Shadow Fiend. It's definitely not gonna be the Eternal Envy Shadow Fiend, oh god no. But if it is, I don't know, I mean, at this point Envy's drafting last for himself, right? It makes more sense. But Excalibur Shadow Fiend, maybe he wants to school Armel on how to play a Shadow Fiend. But then again, this is hard. Like, you know, the Shadow Fiend into the Venomancer matchup is extremely hard, and Veno is just going to run over this hero unless the Lich can really help to control this lane. But you did say, PQ, that Lich should probably be laning with the Centaur this game?
I imagine he will be, but the clock can go mid instead, and that's better. Because Lich isn't going to do much other than control the lane. Clock can actually bully the Veno, which is nice. There's a lot of options for how they lane this game. It's all going to come down to how they feel they want to prioritize their heroes. And how much each person feels they're going to get out the lane if they don't get help. And then they'll weigh it up and decide.
5 seconds remaining.
Because both Lich and Clock can go to multiple lanes this game.
And you know how this game is going to start, right? It's going to be basically each, you know, like, cogs, souls, Shadow Fiend's going to walk to the lane with plenty of souls.
Yeah, and that equalizes the matchup a lot. Because sure, Veno can pressure you when he gets like level 4, maybe level 5. But if you're hitting for an extra 40 damage at the start of the game, well, good luck with that. You could even buy boots if you really want, but I think you need the Wraith Band at the start to get the...
Ooh.
Envy Enchantress?
Remember how yesterday I mentioned to you that some players in FPL and Envy was playing Enchantress carry? Ooh, this is happening. If the Void wants to chrono the Enchantress, he better have a Silver's Edge, because if not untouchable, he's going to be raising that, he's going to be...
5 seconds remaining.
I don't think that's an ass he's going to be able to beat up very easily.
Mask of Madness Echo Saber, dude. Easy.
You sure?
Easy.
Alright, I'm going to have to take your word for it. I mean, after all, that's why you're here. You're the analyst.
And Mjolnir, and an AC, and a Butterfly. Easy.
Can you say Mjolnir one more time?
Mjolnir.
Mjolnir. Alright, because, you know, in Singapore, sometimes when I, growing up, playing Dota, like going to a LAN cafe, cutting class after, Mom, please don't beat me if you see this. But, yeah, you know, Singaporeans, I'm not sure whether it's the same in Malaysia, but, you know, the way we pronounce it, it's not Mjolnir. Back then, people pronounced it as Mjolnir.
At least it's not Mjolnir.
Well, that too. You had two types of people, you know, that's a meme, like, you have two types of people who pronounce Mjolnir. It's Mjolnir or Mjolnir. Basically that.
Tomato.
Something like that.
Viper. Alright, so this is our answer to the Shadow Fiend lane. And it gives some free heroes that are going to scale into the game decently. As opposed to Fnatic's 2. Enchantress can scale. Shadow Fiend's probably going to be the single core this game, though, if Ench doesn't have a good game. The hero does not farm well.
I like the Ench pick. I don't think it's about the farming part, because if you realize, they've kind of started to play farm priority more over Excalibur, and Eternal Envy is really playing more as a 2 in a sense. when we talk about the
Yeah,
farm
but he's still
hierarchy.
gonna need to have a good game.
Yeah, he is going to need a bit, but I think with, like, you just put DJ in the lane with him, or Envy is actually playing these, you know, very sustainable lane heroes, if you've noticed. Like, that's why he's playing heroes like, you know, Bristleback, or like in the previous game, he plays Legion Commander, where he maxes out his second skill, and you have Nature's Attendants for this. He's really hard to kill, unless you do catch him with a nice gank. In this case, Clutch Gamers, I'm not sure if they can withstand a tiny barrage of like heroes just charging at you. You know, like you don't have many stunts.
No, they are quite susceptible outside of their team fight. When Void doesn't have ults, and especially in the early game when Nyx is not as strong of a hero, Edge can, and especially the Clockwork, can cause some problems. I'm curious how Fnatic are gonna lane though, because they have a few options. It's just gonna come down to how they feel they can get the most out of the lanes. Standard lane would be like the Lich going top of the Centaur, the Clock going mid, and then moving to bottom if he needs to with Envy. But you know, typical soul abuse. I kind of wish they'd remove this.
I mean,
I'm
it's
not
not
sure why you're allowed to start the game with 36 damage.
Oh, feels good, man.
And they missed one soul so far, but
It's okay. They have time.
yeah, plenty of time. What this does normally do though is it lets the other team get free runes, which is so far what they're positioning to get. But you're happy to give up a bounty rune.
And timing it right, 30 seconds to just, you know, walk all the way to the bounty rune. This is good stuff. Alright, you know, easy souls, easy life. And are they actually going to give the bounty rune away? No, I think they know that Clutch Gamers. Yeah, they're going to give it away. DJ thinking about actually using the cogs one more time.
Way more important to get the block on the lane. Especially against Viper, because this hero mostly relies on winning the matchup early through trading hits and not drawing creep aggro. But in this case, you can't win the trading hit war. You know, he's 30 damage down. 20, sorry. But that's quite a bit.
Oh,
if the AA stays here, that's a different matter. But
is this going to be that 3v2 mid? DJ just using the cogs to push heroes back. This is where he needs to be really, really annoying. Yeah. Okay, chat, I guess you guys are kind of right. I am saying really, really a bit too much. But DJ, you know, he's messing around. He does want to use the cogs, play around with Armel a bit, burn out some mana, and this is where Armel, he can't get that advantage if he's not bullying the SF in those early levels, and which means Excalibur, he's just going to be able to take this lane really, really much easier. Oh, NB actually took the Hellbear. This is good against Veno. Playing a Veno off lane.
yeah, very lucky creep to start with. Gonna help him bully the lane a lot. And if they want to try and go on him,
Bringing in multiple heroes, bottom lane onto Envy. He does not have Untouchable with the Impale, and down goes Envy, going the way to Boombacks.
A bit of an overplay on his part. I think that's a very important kill for Clutch.
It's a good start already. Hellbear's coming in just to lost it a bit. Oh, getting to deny. Meanwhile, you know, Ohio and Pylai die, just having fun in the top lane. Jo isn't able to farm as well as he would like. This is an Bristleback. I feel like the Centaur is going to be able to push ahead, pull ahead much easier in a bit.
Once you start getting level 3, level 4 in this lane, the Void's going to have a very hard time sustaining. Yeah, depending if you level the Stomp as well, you can get it to a point where it's very hard to backtrack anything useful.
Oh, Envy actually gets the combo.
Oh, not the best creep.
But he's so fast, 453 movement speed with the windlays and the boots. He's gonna get phase boots as well.
He's so fast. He's missing last time.
Oh, actually, hold on in the middle lane. Armel in trouble. They have the E-raise, and all right, Excalibur getting a nice kill. DJ the cogs play very nicely done. And that's Excalibur basically winning the lane, because Viper's now behind in CS. This is going to start pulling ahead further and further for this Shadow Fiend. I mean, Envy's not having the easiest
Clock's
lane.
a good hero. Like, he can do so much more mid than the Nick.
Oh, Armel just zoning out Excalibur just a tiny bit. He wants an advantage back in this lane, playing a bit more aggressively.
It's how he has to play the lane. Like, he can still trade hits. Now he's got a few levels in corrosive. And Envy doesn't have level 5 razors, so he doesn't do the most damage yet. He just has to be wary of the clock. Other than that, it's still a very good Viper lane. If it wasn't for the souls, then yeah, it would look a lot worse.
But so far, you know, this game getting him just a bit passive for now in the laning phase. Very little that Excalibur can do. He just wants to get those creeps farming up first, get some levels. He's 28 to 21. His CS wise, he's definitely having a good time compared to Eternal Envy, who's 9 to 1 on the CS chart. He's not having the greatest of times. Now look at how many heroes they're bringing here. They're just leaving the AA and this Venomancer together, and they actually have.
They kind of need to, because the second Envy gets a decent creep, which they've done the smart thing of blocking the side camp after the first kill of it. But if if he gets like a Harpy or something, then Veno has a very hard time laning. And this is one hero they can easily shut down. Like if they have problems in their mid lane like they're doing now, they kind of just has to deal with it. And he lives, so.
They did try to jump Armel in the middle lane. They brought in the Lich as well. I mean, I like what Eternal Envy is doing. I feel like this is a bit hasn't been mentioned yet. Is that he's taking the tiny creep every single time. He's just using it as a bit of a ward or just for harassment. Gale comes out, Buck chasing after Eternal Envy to use the Chilling Touch. They have enough damage? I don't think so. Envy with the Nature's Attendant's actually able to tank this up. Cold Feet proc. Wait, freeze him. No, he's gonna be okay. And he has to salve as well if he needs to heal up after the Stingers is gone. But middle lane, Boombacks, he's lurking mid. And you can tell that Excalibur kinda knows what's going on because Nyx has been off the map for a while. Jo is, like I said, been basically soloing the top lane. He's doubled the CS of this Enchantress. But now here comes the backstab from DJ. Going after Fly solo. Can he get him into the cogs? Yes, he will. If he can, he's going to get the kill to Eternal Envy. Actually, no, DJ still gets it with the Battery Assault. Just doing just a bit more superior damage in terms of magic damage. So 2 to 1. And okay, Fnatic find themselves a bit more breathing space. But Envy still very, very far behind.
He is the sacrifice this game. He's soaking up 2 to 3 heroes time, which is going to allow his other 2 heroes to have a good lane.
Max?
To be honest, it's getting to the point where they can move the Lich away from top and maybe help bottom if they need to.
Which I think they need to start doing. Otherwise, Envy, I can feel the baby rage coming. Steals a card.
He's getting his levels. This is the most important thing.
Okay.
Under leveled Ench is way worse because you need the levels in your spells to be able to survive. And I imagine once they get to a point where Clock has 6 and their Shadow Fiend has maybe like Tread's Dragonlance, a few levels in Ice Armor, they can start grouping up and taking towers, and that's when Envy can come in to help with creeps and get gold through taking towers and getting kills, or he can use the space that his team's going to make and farm up a bit and hopefully not die in the meantime. Now the Clock's moving away from mid a lot more as well. If he gets killed with the Symmetry, that'll help out Envy a lot. Not the easiest to kill because of where the lane's positioned.
They do get the boom back. Getting killed on the Hayo. DJ with the Invis Rune, he caught block, but now the TP's coming in from Boombacks. They have the Impale and down goes DJ. So Boombacks with a double kill. Wow. Very, very active participation across the map, top lane and to the bottom lane. So very nicely done. And Ohio did die top lane. He is about to get his level 6. He did go for the cloak, so he gets some extra sustain against this magic damage onslaught from the side of Clutch Gamers.
Definitely.
He's gonna pop the Stampede. He wants to go for Fly solo. He gets the slow, looking for the double edge. He will find a kill into Fly solo. DJ, meanwhile, getting himself 1 kill into Armel in the middle lane on the Viper.
Wow, double use of Stampede, very nice. Setting up kills in 2 lanes.
And that's always good to see because it forces you, like, in that moment, if you're Clutch Gamers, from their perspective, you're probably thinking like, what do I do? Do I help my team? Do I TP top? But then the next thing you know, you're dead middle lane. So good efficiency. And okay, Envy actually getting a solo kill onto Bucky.
Yep, Impetus, pretty good spell.
It's a really strong spell with when you get the right items on it as well.
Early game, you don't need the items, you just need the mana to cast it and the movement speed to keep hitting people.
Oh, but bottom
And
lane, they are
that's
going to
what
jump
gonna help
into...
them.
They want to jump? Hold on. Okay, no, TP out from Eternal Envy.
Yeah, just gonna go back, heal up, build his bracelet.
For the dead.
Centaur's nearly got his hood as well, which is gonna give him a lot of freedom this game. If they can manage to get the Dragon Lance by about 10 minutes on Excalibur, the clock will have his 6 by that point if he eats a tomb. Speaking of Excalibur though, he's in a shitty spot.
Caught in a chrono. No! And Armel
No, really good
gets the kill.
movement from the Void.
And there's a regen as well for Jo.
Regeneration.
Baby Rage. DJ just wants level 6, but he's gonna get zoned out by Armel, spitting all that nether toxin onto him. Boomback's looking for the stun, won't find it. And this is where Bok decides to go into the Plague Ward's build now, because he realizes that Envy is just too far away for him to even get a kill. Oh, now he's gonna use it, but Envy, ooh, that's scary
And
stuff.
this is like the standard build. You go 4-2-1 if you're gonna max for Gale, otherwise you just go like 2-2-4 or 1-1-4. It's all about lane pressure, right? Like, I think when you play offlane Venom, you generally max for wards, but if you're in a one-on-one matchup that you feel like you can get kills in, the Gale's huge value.
It
And
is.
you need damage to put into the chrono this game. Like, Void is not having the easiest time chewing through heroes with frost armor or hitting an enchantress, so the levels in Gale are going to be very important to just have their damage output not feel lackluster in fights, and not purely rely on like AA hitting an ice blast and things like that. Same thing with Enix, you know.
Oh,
very
hold
low
on, they
damage
want to
output
go.
hero.
Soon enough.
They do get the frost.
Potentially very
Boombacks.
dead hero.
Double impale. Hook shot. Oh, he just got level 6 and Boomback's gonna pay for it with his life. Yep, down he goes. Excalibur getting himself a raise kill. So, good start. And he's gonna build his way into a Dragonlance.
Throw a line to Radiant's
You know,
middle
Envy just
tower.
trying to complete his drums. He's gonna be yeah, he's gonna be very quick. Top
Standard
lane.
Ench build.
Ohio getting the stomp. Jo using a time dilation. They are slowing him down. Can we get a bash? Hello? No bash. Not today. And TP out from Bok. Impetus damage. Very scary stuff.
And this is mostly why I said the Ench just needs levels, because level 6 means Viveno has this problem of staying in the lane if you can't counter kill. And now you just see the early game pressure of Fnatic kicking in. The clock has his 6 now, so people are going to be very scared to walk on their own. The only hero that can realistically deal with it is the Void. Every other hero is extremely susceptible to clock as a hero. And whichever lane he goes to, he can get kills. If he goes to the Lich and Centaur, easy kills. On whichever supports in the lane. Shadowfield,
Now they use the chrono.
Into cogs.
They want to catch Ohio top lane into the Ice Blast. Impale gonna keep him in place. Highlight die. Very little he can do. Frost armor is really strong. Ohio's just taunting Jo. He's like, alright.
Yeah, I mean, that was optimistic to say the least. 1200 health hero with a hood. I mean, if your Venom's there, you might get that kill.
Man, that was just sad. But Fly Solo
boy,
gonna bump into DJ. Battery Assault. He doesn't want to dive on the tier 1 tower, not with the risk of Bok being there. Throws out the Poison Nova, trying to kill it on Envy. Ice Blast coming in as well. Oh, Envy might actually die here. I think he's dead.
Dead.
He's very dead. He shatters to Bok. Poison Nova and Ice Blast. Ooh. You ain't sprunking away from that one.
Might not have expected the point in Nova this early. But I think he is still under a bit of pressure there when he gets ice blasted.
Radiant's bottom
Regardless, so
tower
he's
faces
still
a
gonna
stiff
have
wind.
like enough of an early game to have impact, and his other 2 cores are doing very well. And Clutch are gonna very much rely on this Void hitting Chronos to get kills, I think. The Nyx is about to get 6 from pulling the hard count, creep count. So he can maybe set some things up, but he kind of has to play around his Veno, I think. That's the lane where he can get kills. And then you need an Ice Blast as well. Now this is also a huge stack. I don't know why Clutch made this stack, because they can't kill it.
Oh, Boombacks. Nice Carapace. Looking for the Ice Blast. It's going to connect. Oh, but the Chain Frost bouncing around between all these Clutch Gamer heroes. Jo. Oh, unfortunately it didn't go to block. Otherwise it would have probably been a kill. But Ohio is just so darn tanky. DJ TPing in, but there's very little they can do. There is no more follow-up. And they will disengage.
I don't know why they keep trying to kill the hardest kill on the map. Like, you just go mid, you get that Shadow Fiend with that investment, you get the Ench with that investment, but you go to the tankiest hero and you use Chrono on him. Well, okay, they didn't Chrono him that time, but you know, they use the Vendetta.
Yeah, smoked up.
So now they make the move to mid, but look where Excalibur is. They know where he is, but...
No, not the Centaur again. Go right, guys, go right.
Nah, try it again, go on. He's only Frost Armored as well. It's only level 1, you know, you can do it. You gotta believe, guys. Believe.
They are looking for the Sand King, they go for the Lich.
That's a very sad Chrono. Pi will be very happy with that exchange.
And without the Chrono, now Shadow Fiend is okay to show himself. Alright, Cogs, Ice Blast, looks like they will find DJ. Armel, okay, Requiem of Souls comes out. Armel is dead for the count to Eternal Envy. And now they have to run. Boombacks running to the left, he needs to TP out. Alright, Impetus, Fly Solo actually gets denied by the Ancients. And Bok's gonna keep pressuring the top lane. Alright, PQ, do you remember that discussion we had about not having a full team of anime lovers on the same team?
Yeah.
It's starting to show.
You mean for Clutch?
For Fnatic, dude.
I guess. I mean... I don't feel like they're doing anything amazing this game. They're playing well, but Clutch just keep going on the hardest to kill heroes. And then they get frustrated, and instead of using the Vendetta to kill the Lich, they use the Chrono to kill the Lich. You know, they feel flustered this series. Like, they lost the first game due to it just going a bit too long.
Boombacks getting scouted out under the sentry. Battery assault. Boombacks is dead. Alright. DJ making the plays.
Fnatic are reading where they're going pretty nicely. You know, every time Nyx is somewhere, there's a sentry. I don't mean to underrate their play. I'm just saying that Clutch are making
hook shot coming in right now, trapping Armel inside. He's actually gonna get pushed out the Cogs. Poison Over coming up at the Chain Frost. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Armel should be dead. Flying out the Viper Strike onto Eternal Envy. Very, very slowly. Should be frozen. Actually, no, still fast enough to walk this one off.
OP move speed hero.
And Envy's actually going to be able to run Fly Solo down. Impetus damage. Oh!
Only needs the 1 with it being level 2.
That was painful to watch.
Yep. You just see like how little damage they actually have right now. And Fnatic have complete control of the game. The Centaur has a blink as well now, so it's not just the clock that can initiate. Which means they have to be scared on multiple points of the map. And at this point, they don't really want to be like grouping up at 5. They're using the Chrono bottom.
Oh, Jo should be dead. Stun. Alright, Impale DJ should be dead. Should be. I say should be. Is he dead? Oh my god, he gets out with 137 HP.
1 health.
Jo. Alright, time walks out, TP's out. That's a Chrono down again for 2 minutes.
Like, if he just had one small bit of like a Yasha or something, that's a kill. He literally lived on 1 health. The threshold is 134, he lived on 135. It needed one tiny bit of damage. And that would have come if he was 1 level higher. You know? If he'd have taken the attack speed instead of the strength, he would have got that kill. I agree with taking the strength, but I'm just saying that's how small. Everything's just going against him right now. And it's only going to get harder when they use a Chrono like that and the other team knows it's on cooldown. They're going to play very aggressively. And now they're reading the movement from Clutch again.
Stomp, they find the Void, hookshot as well, Cogs pushing back, Chain Frost bouncing around. Actually, oh, it's still going to keep bouncing around. Jo, Ice Blast onto 2. Can they try and turn this around here? Do they have the tools? Armel getting 1 already. Looks like he'll find Ohio. Maybe not. He's actually going to taunt and TP out. Looking for the second? No, they will not. They will get Pyli Die, who once again dies, but I think he's still happy with that trade. Envy farming out the bottom lane.
Yeah, they're going to see they got 5 heroes with that rotation, so just losing the Lich is no big deal. Clutch have some really good vision, but you just... You struggle to see them getting the kills right now. At least with what's been happening. Envy has a hood as well now, so he's a little less susceptible to every hero except the Void and the Viper. Even then, they do a good chunk of magical damage each through Bash and just Viper's generic dots.
Can you imagine if you got like a baby centaur creep just following him around with the hood? You could basically never ever kill this Enchantress because of
not a bad idea.
All the extra magic resistance. Like it's, I was looking at it and it's extra 5%. So you take that with the Hood of Defiance. That's actually really strong. So that's a 30% magic resistance right there. They will go for a full mid smoke.
If he builds 5 on Spark, then he can build it on Ench, you know? I'm kind of surprised as well. He took the 25 move speed, which is one of the better move speed talents for the level it's available at. The 6 tool stats is pretty nice.
Boombacks breaking the smoke.
Yeah, and the counter smoke. So I'm not sure they want to fight Fnatic, to be honest. If they get a straight 5 on 5, that's their best chance.
Excalibur, look at the Ice Blast, Chilling Touch. They won't need the Ice Blast yet. Poison over 2 ults, and they will find the Shadow Feed. Hookshot coming in immediately for the re-engagement. Jo getting pushed out. Ice Blast coming in, only going to land to Pyli Die. Time walk away. Jo actually might die to the Ancient Chain Frost bouncing around. Jo dying to Pyli Die. And Ohio getting caught by 4 heroes here. Do they have enough damage? Yes, they do. Gale, they will get the kill. Enchantress, Chain Frost. Oh, sorry, not Chain Frost, but Cold Feet will get frozen to the spot by DJ, getting attacked by Bok and Armel. Multiple poisonous spits flying onto DJ. DJ is dead. 3 for 1. Impale catching Envy. Slowly attacking this Enchantress. 1 more click from Armel. Double kill. And that's 4 heroes dead on the side of Fnatic. And Clutch Gamers win a team fight for the first time in this game.
They found the most important hero, and Fnatic weren't quite ready. Yeah. That was their timing, where the Shadow Fiend has the BKB, and if they initiate a fight, or at least start running down a lane and the clock finds a catch, I think the fight goes completely differently. But that's the power of initiation for you. So the first good thing in the game for them actually ends up being huge. And they get the tower as well. And I'm sure their team is very happy with the levels. So now Viper has his level 15 talent, which is pretty value, you know, 16 agi, it's pretty good. Veno as well, building towards 75 damage.
Oh, they might find Envy bottom lane. Do they know? Yep, they know. They know he's bottom.
Yeah, they might as well take this kill.
Vendetta. He just TP'd it in. Impale for initiation into the Ice Blast. Goodbye, Envy. Good night.
Rest in peace, Bambi. Rest in peace.
Enjoy another episode of anime.
And this is kind of starting to look bad for Fnatic now. Because they're a lineup that they kind of want like split pressure on the map, and you know, they want the heroes coming to them so their initiators can like pick them off, right? And now Clutch is just kind of walking as 5 heroes and they're getting kills off it, and they're going to feel really confident to keep doing this. And Fnatic's best play now is to make a trade. Going from a lead to making trades does not feel good. It's not too big a deal until maybe Roshan dies, so I think that will be the big game turner. These few sequences of events aren't the best for them, but if they lose Rosh, I think Fnatic have more problems. If they get Rosh, I think the last few minutes aren't going to be too big of a deal for them to deal with. Especially if their Shadow Fiend is farming decently. And even though Ench doesn't have amazing farm, like she does a lot of damage if she gets to space and fights. especially next level when
they want to jump the Viper top lane. I'm not so sure that's the smartest idea. Chainfell's bouncing around using the hookshot. Looks like they're going to isolate 5 solo. But nice the Chrono catching Excalibur inside with the BKB. It's going to be completely wasted. Ice Blast flying into the next world. Not sure where that's going. DJ going to get caught between 2 heroes. Will die. Excalibur going to channel that Requiem of Souls. Does a bit of damage to Boombacks. And they are going to try and chase. Envy still on the hunt. He's going to try and find Bok. He wants that Venomancer kill. But Bok afraid to run. Oh no, he can't get the last hit. And Boombacks. Okay, Jayo, we need a bash. Can we get a bash? Hello? Okay, Time walks away most of the damage rate. Ohio getting to stomp onto Jayo. And Excalibur will finally die to Armel. This Viper is looking very angry. Luckily, they won't get the kill. Can they kill Eternal Envy instead? Yes, they can. Okay, Hurricane Pike away. And alright, 3-for-1 trade. And Clutch Gamers. Pretty sick chrono from Jayo. I mean, considering that was what, a 9-second, 10-second BKB? That was the 10-second BKB. And he caught him at the chrono, which means he was basically useless for a very, very long time.
Yeah, unfortunately, he caught his Venom as well, but he took the main damage component away from Fnatic, which kept his Viper alive, and in the end, they trade 2-for-1. Kind of surprised the AA didn't die as well. It was very, very close, but even if he did, Clutch would still be very happy with that. And now the Void is a Shadow Blade as well, so his initiation is just going to be that much easier. Fnatic had been on point with the sentries for the Nyx earlier, but are they at a point where Pi is maybe a bit too poor? No. He's got 500 gold, he's got more sentries, and the Nyx is walking into another one.
Right, hook shot. That should be a kill here. Carapace. Double impale. Boombacks buying some space, buying some time. Ice Blast coming in. We're into DJ. Doesn't get the damage out, but he does get the, the clip. So, alright.
That's just, I think, a bit ambitious. He's been caught with sentries in like less common spots than this before, you know. That's just a Nyx thing, though. Your movement has to kind of just be a very good guess and a good read on the game.
Alright, so
but he does scout out multiple heroes, and he also doesn't give away that much money. You know, he's got a Midas, so he's going to continue to scale into the game at least a little bit. Maybe he can get his force if he wins one more team fight. And then the clock will have a bit less impact, because they currently only have the one. No, sorry, Venom has one as well. So yeah, all the cores can get out. Most important thing. The AA is just going to suffer.
Jayo. Now, probably building towards a Silver's Edge, I would assume, considering they have heroes like Centaur in the game, or even the Enchantress. That's pretty big if you take out the Untouchable. It's great for the Viper as well.
Yeah, definitely nice item. I could see him going other things, but Silver Edge does make a lot of sense this game. As long as he's getting items though, I'd feel confident with Clutch. Because sure, Fnatic scaled decently between their like semi-tricore, but their team fight is normally only there from a lead. Whereas Clutch, they just have this innate amount of team fight that is very scary. They have a lot of control, a lot of just generic utility in their team. They don't have the best counter initiation, but unless Fnatic's ahead or sees a very good angle, them jumping into a 5-on-5 is less likely, I think.
Okay. Well, Clutch Gamers...
I think they need more of a lead, basically, if they want to keep their game going.
Yeah, I can see why you said that. And, well, you know, Clutch Gamers, they have a very narrow 1000 gold advantage. They do smoke up. They're going to try and make something up with the Jayo, Chronosphere, a Diffusal Blade almost complete on him. They are looking for heroes. Or Shadow Fiend does keep it in, but that's going to be the Lich. I don't think they want to be killing the Lich here.
They can get the Centaur. I think
the Chain Frost is down. Can they kill the Centaur this time? Chrono, Ice Blast. Yeah, they won't need the Chrono for this. That's a very nice clean kill onto Ohio.
You see all the difference? The Veil and some levels make.
I can, and it's a big diff.
Now they can easily push in this top tower. And they can start getting a bit more control away from the Roshan area, which is kind of where Fnatic needs to... Korea? No?
They're
Oh,
trying to
poor
bring
Nick.
down
Missed
Radiant's
Courier.
top tower.
Yeah, anyway, Fnatic, they need a Roshan for
Radiant
their game
structures
plan
are
to
fortified.
start
Radiant's
going back
top
into
tower
fruition.
is under attack.
Otherwise, I can just see the same thing happening where Clutch go as 5 heroes and Fnatic's only plays to split
Radiant's
push.
top tower has fallen.
And Nyx is one of the best heroes in the game at dealing with split push. A Void with Shadowblade is also pretty good, but he's probably going to be hitting towers.
I mean, right now, Void just wants to complete his Diffusal Blade. He's quite close.
Yeah, this was the other item
Radiant
because of
are
Frost
scanning
Armor.
for enemies.
It's just a value item. Works really well with a Manta as well, which is a good follower. Void's kind of trio of items always used to be like Mask, Manta, and Fusel. Still holds true. But I could see him finishing the Silver Edge before he buys Manta this game, just because you can dodge an Impetus and some Centaur stuns, but there's no major debuffs like a Orchid for you to worry about yet.
Okay, so Clutch Gamers continuing to build up on that tiny net worth advantage which they have. They want to try and force the issue, you know, Bok showing himself mid, laying out Plague Wards, and they still have the Chrono available on Jayo. He's going to Shadowblade in, perhaps thinking about going to Internal Envy if they can find the Chrono. They know exactly where Envy is. Do they stun him here? Oh, they know. Oh dear. Envy, not like this! Senpai, please! Oh no!
So much for your anime, dude.
I'm just gonna blame the rest of Fnatic, dude. You can't have one weeb carry the team. You gotta have a whole team of weebs. You gotta be like Liquid, the generation of miracles. In this case, the generation of envies.
Yeah, but that's different levels of Dota players, man.
Oh, stomp in, Nokia Boombacks with the Stampede, Carapace taunting him around. Oh, he gets the Impale. He actually might survive from this. He has Vendetta off cooldown in 5 seconds. Getting the Midas off as well. Alright, he's actually gonna get out. Pylai die, need to cancel it. No, they're not gonna Chrono for this. They're not gonna Chrono for that. And he did use the Mask of Mana, so he got silenced up. Oh,
I think you don't Chrono for that even if you don't have the silence.
It's not
the
worth
gold
it.
you get from it just isn't worth the other team having the initiative. Like, at this point, I think Roche is very much on the cards for Clutch, and they don't necessarily want to delay that by not having their Chrono up. Because Fnatic might feel comfortable fighting into this lineup without a Chrono. It is their main utility for control.
Well, they're going straight for the Roshan right now with the Plague Wards and all. They should be okay to do this. Ice Blast connecting. Pylai Die should be dead. Boombacks?
Goes in.
No, the pipe.
Nah, he's fine.
He's alright, but now that the pipe is used.
Space.
But the pipe is used. How do they fight into the Clutch Gamers? Roche attempt right now. They can't. And Armel gets in Aegis. And they want to go straight down the middle lane. They're going to ping out saying, hey guys, I think it's warded there.
The other two lanes are in a good spot though, so this is where Fnatic can probably start splitting up and force Clutch to make a decision. Do they want to go high ground or do they want to defend? And at the moment, they're dispersing to go clear the other lanes out, which I think is, you know, a smart decision. They don't have to rush anything right now. They continue to scale really well into the game. I don't really see Fnatic getting to a point where they hit like a better timing than they've possibly already hit.
Jayo sitting behind Armel. But I think
he's gonna find.
Will he find Pi?
Blind Chrono, dude. Do it. YOLO.
Vac. Now Santa's gonna cut the creep wave. They wanna mess around the creeps.
Pi as well. This is the problem with Lich as a hero, right? When the game gets to this state, you suck at pushing out waves. You have to throw your ult.
Oh no, Jayo. Alright, he's gonna use that Chrono at long last.
And a Diffusal. That's some hate, man.
Plenty of hate.
But now they can use this like 2 minutes to just continue pushing out the lanes. Maybe get towards an item. Did Venom just finish something? Yeah, he has a blink on the way, so he's gonna be able to do his damage output to more heroes more consistently in the fights now. You know, if you get a 5 hero Chrono, he doesn't need a blink, but If you chrono maybe one hero, you can blink in between. Which is a utility he didn't have before.
Oh, they want to use the hook shot here onto Boomback's characters. Nice impale. They pop the dust. Looks like they will find him anyway, so he's not running away from this for sure. So they use the Stampede, you know, both sides just trading ults for ults to get these side lane kills. It's all about the side lanes right now, and they even put a ward up there from the dire side so that they can make sure that, okay, if anyone's hiding inside the trees. They knew that Ohio was, you know, doing some of his rat antics up. He's actually going to build into a Radiance this game. Radiance
I
Centaur?
think that it makes sense. They need damage. Right now, I think Envy just dies too easily if he gets chronoed, and Excalibur doesn't do like enough damage for the free course.
He will try, however, to build into his butterfly at least.
Radiant's top tower
I mean,
is under
it's got
attack.
nothing to do with his play or the hero or anything. It's just that his team's spread a bit too thin on damage. This is where like the Lich and Clock don't really contribute that much. They have to get a lot of Chain Frost bounces and a lot of impetus hits from a good range to feel like they do damage. And right now, Pi's just using it to depush. So they won't have it for the fight.
Radiant's top tower.
Boombacks, he's just stalking Excalibur in case. So if he can cancel a TP, that'd be pretty big.
Or just set up for a kill, which is what they're trying to do.
Going to DJ instead, looking for the impale. They do get the cancel TP off, and DJ is dead using the poison Nova Ice Blast as well. That's a lot of hate. Hook shotting away, but he's dead anyways to Buck.
Yeah, less gold going there though, because of the death being so far away. Small thing, but you know, he's not gonna miss the cooldown being like 1 second when he revives. And Fnatic hold their base still. Like, it's not so easy to siege when there's an inch hitting you with impetus. So I think Clutch liked the idea of taking a fight as opposed to just normal sieging, where the Viper goes to the high ground, or just under the high ground in this case, because he's got the attack range talent and Hurricane, so he can outrange the tower. But it's hard to do that when Ench is just throwing spears at you. And right now they've got 2 of the 3 lanes pushing in. Centaur's pretty good at dealing with tier 3s if they just continue hitting him. But I think CG feel pretty confident now. And if their Void can get like a good chrono here, they catch Envy.
Well, we'll see if he can find a good chrono. Envy standing in the front lines, not sure that's too smart. As Armel's going to start chipping away into the tier 3 tower, but top lane, like you said, Ohio does very well. Centaur does okay with towers. And they have the Excalibur SF over there, just banging away. And this is such an awkward trade.
They see the Nyx come back. But Fnatic don't really have the go onto the rest of Clutch, so...
Hold on, Jo.
Aegis expires.
Oh, he was really close as well to the Centaur. So this is just Rat Dota right now. Like, Fnatic are doing what they can to split the map up. You force Clutch gamers back every single time, and this, you know, this vicious cycle just keeps repeating.
Pretty much. But I don't see Fnatic winning out by doing this. That's the only problem. The longer this game goes, the more chance they have, because I think one of Envy's best traits is like his late game random calls. They can win you games. They can also lose you games, as many people will point out. But the more chaotic the game is, the better it is for the team that's behind. You know, Clutch, they're ahead right now. They want like a somewhat controlled fight, so their Void can get 2 free heroes in a chrono.
Oh, they get the courier snipe, and DJ did use the hook shot. But he has an ag, so that's okay.
Yeah, it's just pushing waves.
Oh, they know the Centaur's top lane, they pinged him out, they know exactly where he is. If they can bring a hero top to kill him off. They know that Ohio is just cutting creep waves. He actually can afford the relic, but he wants to save up a buyback.
He might also not want Radiance.
Using the Stampede as well. Wow. Boomback's Ice Blast flying. They won't find him. Force Staff, everything. They want to find Ohio, but...
Do they see him?
Patient.
No,
No, it's
they don't.
nighttime. They don't. It's patience. They're picking him
He's
out.
gonna see him now.
Bing, 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 bing. Immediate TP out. Impale?
He
Oh.
gets right, but no impale cooldown. And the amount of time that buys is like a full minute for Fnatic. It's a nice idea from Clutch to try and go for these kills, but when you miss them, you do continue just giving time. Which, as I said earlier, isn't necessarily like a bad thing for them. Especially as Viper's farming really well. You know, he's got a butterfly. The chances of him losing any man fight is very, very slim. And once he gets 25, you know, that 20 armor is pretty juicy. It's not the flashiest talent, but it's pretty good.
I'm just waiting for the Ohio Radiance because he's just been doing his rat Dota antics on the top lane continuously.
He needs it.
He hasn't left, but he is going for it. Like you see, he hasn't the quick buy unless he decides to go for BKB.
The thing is, Radiance is more for the team fight this game to be able to do more damage, but for the most part, he's just splitting. So
top lane, they know exactly where Ohio is. Stomp not gonna save your BKB. Bash, not even won't even need the chrono, and down goes Ohio. They found the rat problem, and they've taken care of it. And now they can actually push the lane without the centaur. He has buyback.
Chrono. Most importantly, so they're going to feel very confident going forward. Void can, you know, play around not having a BKB pretty easily. There's enough 4 stuffs on the team to save them.
Immediately pushing out the bottom lane. They want to rat. They have to rat, but they have 2 lanes in their favor. And look at
They're
Armel.
definitely losing their tier 3. Yeah, he hits like a truck. And he hits from a safe range, most importantly. Like, now MV does not feel comfortable going up and pew-pewing him. So even without the Aegis, this will be at least a melee rack, probably the ranged as well. And unfortunately,
Chrono, they have found Envy. Ice Blast as well. Goodbye.
Bye-bye, Bambi. Not MV's most enjoyable game, I imagine.
Radiant's middle barracks have fallen.
Now going straight for another tier 3.
Yeah, I think they have a good read that he doesn't have that much farm, so they might assume he has no buyback. Even if he does, he's not the most threatening hero to buyback and be like, oh crap, we're gonna get caught by an end.
Quick shot.
Like you would with
the cogs. Not gonna matter. But they do lose 2 lanes of barracks, and very nicely done for Clutch Gamers.
No creeps right now, but I don't think it matters. The next wave's there, and 2 sets. On
Shrine
top
time.
of a crap ton of money. Void can finish off the Silver Edge or save for something else and keep buyback. Titanic is in the works for the Viper. Even the AA nearly has an item. He can buy a Glimmer Cape if he wants, or he can go for the 4 staff on his team. I think Glimmer's probably a bit more value, but whatever he decides, does go with the Glimmer. And here's Fnatic's last hope. They have to fight this.
They have to get an Aegis steal. I'm not sure how. They're gonna dodge that particular area, and they will loop around, going in for the stomp onto Bok. Going for the Stampede immediately, going all the way in Ohio. He wants to get the Aegis. Chain Fox bouncing around, another buyback out from Bok. They want to go back in Excalibur. They will take the Roshan. Ohio will pick it up. Impetus damage going onto Armel. Boomback still looking around, scouting things with the Vendetta. Nice Poison Nova onto 3 heroes. Where's the Chrono? Jo, he doesn't have Chrono for 8 seconds. He's gonna start bashing going into DJ. Excalibur, time walk away, Jo, time walk away. Excalibur's gonna pop the record on Souls, but he's gonna die anyways. Buyback gonna come out right now. Will Excalibur buyback for this? Ohio's dead. He has the cheese. Chrono in the back line. It does find Pi, but it's only Pi Lai die.
And a gem.
Ended the gem, and Ohio's dead as well. They have buybacks on Pi, they have buybacks on Excalibur. Do they go straight mid and just end the game?
I expect them to go Shrine when their Viper's at 1000 life, but he has Titanic actually, so it doesn't matter. They can force buybacks for sure. They might have seen that Ohio bought the Radiance full out that fight, so presume he has no buyback. Lich, who really cares if Lich has buyback? Excalibur is the hero they will expect to have buyback. But do they care? Hell no. They're so far ahead. And there's no remnants of
Trying to get a stun to Envy.
You know, no cheese either. So.
Oh, Envy taking the poison. Nova looks like he's gonna die right there. No buyback on him. DJ is also dead, and he bought back earlier on. And Clutch Gamers, I think they've done it.
A really good comeback to their first game loss. They went with a very similar strategy, but it just scaled a bit better this time, gave them a bit more room for error. Because Fnatic did have a lead to start the game with, and Clutch did a very good job to just realize how they win the game. You know, they started 5-manning, they got 1 or 2 important pickoffs. I think Envy felt a bit out of place this game, you know, because he wants to hit creeps, but he's not a creep hitter. Several times he got caught out.
Wow, Boomback surviving that huge onslaught of spells. Jo time walks most of the damage away, and Bok doing way too much. Excalibur is going to pop the Requiem of Souls, but it's actually not going to do anything. So Fnatic will call it GG. We will see a Game 3 in this semi-final, so no 2-0.
And the item drops, the BM.
Whew. Alright, I mean, I'm happy we're going to see a Game 3 because like I said yesterday, you know, Clutch Gamers, it seems like, you know, they beat TNT out so cleanly, and now that they have a stronger opponent to test themselves against, which is Fnatic. I mean, what are you thinking so far, PQMZ? Were you expecting to see a Game 3? I think most of us, especially the fans, were hoping to see Fnatic, you know, just take this 2-0. At least that should have been the expectation.
Having cast them yesterday, I had a sneaking suspicion there was at least a Game 3 on the cards. And they proved me right. So smart draft, good play. I think Fnatic will maybe look for something that's a bit less snowbally. Like, they had no big teamfight component in that game. They just had lots of small skirmish, pick-off aspects to their draft. I'm not going to say they got out-drafted, but it did feel like they had one way to win the game, which was get all 3 of their cores big and snowball. Clutch, you know, they lost for lanes, they went behind a bit. You saw how much they struggled. They were using chronos on heroes they couldn't kill, heroes that got away with 1 health, and they still won the game, despite having a really bad start. And that's what Dota's about, picking your timings.
Indeed. But sometimes, dude, Dota is also about having a full team of anime lovers, which will win you lands.
No, it is not.
It is. We are coming back to this, but okay. We're going to take a break. I think I might have tilted my co-caster, but alright, we're going to take a quick break, guys. Game 3 is coming up soon. Both these teams looking very strong. I mean, Game 1 was kind of, I wouldn't say one-sided, but, you know, there was a good comeback. In this case, it was also another comeback. And Clutch Gamers are showing these guys are no pushovers with this leadership from Jo and all. So, alright, we're going to take a quick break. See you guys with Game 3 soon. Don't go anywhere. My name is Hades, and my co-caster PQMZ. See you guys soon.